What's up, guys? Double Gamer here, and we're playing Battlefield 4, and I'm doing the first of my loadout videos. And this time, we're talking about the MG4, which is my favorite light machine gun in the support class so far. This thing is a Firespitter, and it is amazing for close quarter and medium range engagements. So a little bit about the MG4 in real life. The MG4 was developed in the early 90s, entered service in 2005 in the German army, and is designed to replace the MG3, which is the modern version of the MG42, which was famous during World War II for just being a lead ripper and just absolutely beastly weapon, which the MG3 is also. But the problem with the MG3 is it's large, it's heavy, it's not a good squad automatic weapon for close quarter combat. Trying to carry that into a room during a heated, close quarter engagement is a huge pain in the ass. So the MG4 was developed to replace that while still maintaining a high rate of fire and, creating that support effect for, a squad automatic weapon. It shoots at 800 rounds per minute at its fastest, fires the 5.56 NATO. Thing is mirrors the M249 quite a bit, but one of the great things about it, the thing I like about it the most, is it actually has the option to eject the brass at the bottom. So instead of it flying out the side with the links, it can drop out the bottom, which is great in close quarter combat because when you have people going into a room, you don't want the guy next to you showering you with hot brass while you're trying to sit there and drop people in a room, which is what I like about the MG4. But MG4 in Battlefield 4, does it kind of replicate what it does in real life? The rate of fire is 800 rounds per minute, which is great, and it lets it keep up with the 416 and the AEK, and, with the rate of fire, because at close quarter, it doesn't matter where you shoot, it's who shoots faster. It's pretty much how it goes. So this thing is a beast with it. The attachments that I advise to put on it, there's a lot of talk about the grips and everything, and, which one's better. I either run the stubby grip or the potato grip. I prefer the stubby grip because potato grip, pretty much the same thing, it just looks retarded, and I think it's a gay looking attachment. So I run the stubby grip with it. There's really no horizontal sway whatsoever, so pretty much all you want to do is focus on the recoil and the accuracy, and that's where the stubby grip comes in. I usually run a muzzle brake on it because, as you know, compensator doesn't really work with it, and the suppressors aren't really needed unless you're doing hardcore. You don't need a suppressor for a light machine gun whatsoever. It's stupid. It really is. Optics for it, I'm kind of, I'm on the fence about it. You can do the medium range stuff, but this is more of a close quarter medium range. So you're not always going to be out in the medium range, and when you use a medium range optic like the ACOG or the LCAN, it limits your aiming ability at close range when you want to aim down sights. So I kind of prefer an EOTech, a red dot, anything like that. Something short, sweet, I can use at close range when I want to just get there and just lay fire right into somebody's chest. This weapon is a good lane denial system. Lane denial, kind of how I explain it in Battlefield. There are many lanes you can go left, right, center. That's the kind of the way all maps in every game have been designed. If you want to lock down a lane and keep the enemy from using it, usually get a light machine gun and to lay fire and devastate whoever comes around there. When you're doing team play, the rate of fire for this weapon and its medium range ability is good for locking down lanes and actually suppressing snipers, keeping people from using it and dropping the enemy. Couple that along with the, you can get your own ammo pack, and this thing is perfect. I really like it. There's no need for a bipod to get out there and reach for medium range. If you can burst fire it, you can drop people. The initial recoil, every Battlefield gun has an initial recoil multiplier that goes up. It is a pretty large one. It's not bad, but as I kind of like those because when I want to burst fire, I can actually put rounds on the chest, and as the burst fire, you get the initial recoil multiplier. It brings it up to the head at close range, which is good. Medium range is kind of but it works. And one of the best ways to alleviate that is, muzzle brakes or stubby grip. Now, as you can see, I'm using the laser sight on it. Most of my weapons, I use the laser sight just because the increased hip fire accuracy is beastly in close quarter situations, and it's no different with the MG4. The MG4, you still need that laser sight because even though it has the rate of fire to match a lot of the assault rifles with fire rate, you need to couple a laser sight onto it to get at least the hits. You know, rate of fire is okay, but if you can't get the hits at hip fire, like a you know 416 can or an AEK, then it's really no point. So throw the laser sight on there, help increase it just a little bit, give it the accuracy you need, just for when you run down the hallway and there's dudes everywhere, you can just hip fire. Now, you know, of course, the 416 beat me. Go figure, right? Now the L-can, I do like how it's, you know, it is for medium range. You can use it close range. I like it for the MG4. It's one of the things I probably will keep. Like situations like this, where you got a guy off just a little bit out of range, it helps you get him on target a little better than, you know, you would with a red dot. Now, the rate of fire is pretty good compared to a lot of the other ones, which are pretty slow for some of the you know, some of the light machine guns. So I like the rate of fire, especially because Battlefield 4 seems to become a sniper rifle dominant game lately. That having that, you know, the rate of fire that you can just get the suppression effect down on a sniper so he can miss his shots is really important right now with the aspect of light machine guns or anything. If you're not going to get the first round kill, especially going against a sniper, you need a weapon that's going to drop rounds quick enough to get the suppression effect to where he's not going to drop you in one shot. Because the sniper rifles, it's a whole different ball game. We're going to go into that another day. But the rate of fire for the MG4 is awesome. Definitely one of my favorite guns. You know, I saw it in the tree and I wasn't really too excited about it and tried everything else first, and then once I unlocked it, I gave it a shot, and it's just beastly. The rate of fire and its medium range, you know, just the accuracy of it for medium and close range engagement is awesome. And, you know, as much as I love the MG3, the MG4 is a great replacement for it, especially since now we're dominated in a world where close quarter action is more of the norm, you know, going into clearing buildings, doing your mount. You know, big light machine guns like the MG3 are just dinosaurs, and it's become, you know, the 5.56 squad automatic era, and it's pretty much that's what I like. You know, you still get the belt fed, and you know, a lot of nations are trying to switch over to, you know, the magazine fed like the M27, but the MG4 is still in a class of its own for the light machine gun, and just being able to drop the brass down in the bottom is awesome. So definitely check it out. You know, try the MG4. If you guys like the MG4, leave in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite setup is with attachments. And of course, you gotta run the camo. You gotta run the camo. Always. I always prefer the blue camo. Either the blue sky or the blue tiger is what I run. But if you like the MG4, tell me what your loadout for the MG4 is in the comments below. And I'm definitely, you know, definitely got a lot of weapons we're gonna try out, and different attachments in my point of view on them, since, you know, I have a good knowledge of weaponry in real life, you know. So, you know, the aspects of the MG4 I do like, especially it does keep its heritage to the real life weapon, definitely, for Battlefield 4. It's one of the few that actually do, which I'm actually really surprised about. But the MG4 is a beast. If you're going to roll support, give it a shot, especially when you're doing like domination, team deathmatch, anything like that. If you're not going long range, it's the perfect weapon.
What? You can.
What? Oh, let me know what side, and I'll get it on tape.
Oh, that is so mean. Oh. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Dude, where is he? He's down there.
Yeah, here he is.
Hey, Mentalist's PTR is gone.
What? What happened?